The last lesson. It was the last day of school, and Stella could hardly contain her excitement. She had been counting down the days until summer vacation for weeks now. She loved school, but the thought of 2 months of sun, sand, and sea was too irresistible to deny. Stella's classroom was bustling with energy and excitement. Everybody was already planning what they wanted to do during the holidays. Stella's best friend, Ma, was going to visit her grandparents in the countryside. Lily was going to spend most of her time at the beach. Rachel was going on a trip to the mountains with her family. Stella had no definite plans, but she was sure she would come up with something fun. As their teacher, Mrs. Peters stood up to address the class, the noise in the room faded away. "Today we are all excited about the summer break," said Mrs. Peters, "and I bet you've all made plans for the holidays. But before we all leave, I have one final lesson for you. And it may be one of the most important ones you will learn in your entire life." Everyone in the classroom fell silent, curious to hear what the teacher had to say. "Today, I want to teach you about the power of gratitude," she continued. "It is a value that many people forget about in the rush of life." Gratitude, Stella thought, as she listened intently. Mrs. Peters then told a small story about a famous scientist who had a daily gratitude practice. The scientist would write down 3 things he felt grateful for every day. At first, the scientist struggled to find anything to be grateful for. But over time, his entire outlook on life improved, and he became happier and more fulfilled. Mrs. Peters then challenged everyone in the room to try the same thing over the summer break. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every day, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem at first. Stella was not sure what to think of the assignment. She thought it was a bit silly. But as the school bell rang out, signaling the start of the summer break, she left the classroom feeling curious and intrigued. Over the summer, Stella found herself searching for something to be grateful for every day. At first, it was hard. But as she went about her days, she noticed small things that she would have otherwise overlooked. A beautiful sunset, a kind word from a friend or a stranger, her mother's delicious cooking. Slowly, but surely, Stella realized that there was always something to be grateful for in her life. As the summer break drew to a close, Stella found herself feeling much happier than she had before. She knew that the gratitude exercise had changed her in some fundamental way. She was more appreciative of the world around her and felt more connected to the last lesson. It was the last day of school,